actually, yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite yet ready to go to bed though, you know. I mean, I already did like my skincare stuff and all that, but oh, you haven't done your skincare stuff. Do you, do you have a skincare routine or did? Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, I've got some stuff. Do you want me to do it for you? Cause I'd be happy to if you want me to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure thing. So I've got yeah, I've got this stuff to help you wash your face and some toner and some moisturizer because the toner can kind of dry out your face and you don't necessarily need to know all that. Anyway, I've also got a comb if you want me to comb your hair, a face mask, whatever you want. The works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure thing. All right. Let me start with just cleaning your face a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So I've got, yeah. What do you mean, do I keep this on my bed? Obviously, I keep this on my bed. It, we're sitting in my bed, right? So, yeah. So yeah, this is a cleanser. So we put this on to just kind of get your face all washed, all right? So let me go ahead and just give you some of that. Sorry, what was that? Have I read any good books lately? Oh, indeed I have. Oh my gosh. Are you sure you're ready for me to talk about this? Because I could definitely, there's a book in particular I read recently and I want to talk about it. Would you be okay with me just kind of talking at you about this book while I do your, I mean, you're going to be sitting here for a little bit anyway. Are you okay with me talking about this book while I do your face stuff? Please? Yes, okay, awesome. Thank you so much. You know me, I love ranting about books, so yeah. Here's your face stuff. Let me go and just kind of get your, just rub it on your cheeks a little bit, down to your chin. Also want to get your neck, because, yeah, it's important to wash your neck as well, because technically, in terms of, skin, the neck area counts as, part of your face. You treat it the same way when you're cleaning it, so swoosh, 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 swoosh. So, yeah, that book. Yeah, so, I don't know how much you're into, YA, young adult fantasy, but it's, yeah, the book I read, Of Wolves and Stags, is what it's called. It's by, Ria Parisi, and it actually came out, really recently. Hold on, I don't think I got enough on your face. Let me get some more. So, it came out pretty recently, yeah. In March, so, yeah. So, it's, yeah, like I said, fantasy. And it's its own world. It is set in its own world. And this world has elves and humans, and also these beings called crystalline. And the crystalline are basically, they've got magic powers that are kind of forced into them via. Are you okay with me? How dark are you okay with your fantasy? Because it's overall, it's a very. I think it's a lighthearted story in general. Not super super lighthearted because there is death in it and stuff and war. But anyway, the crystalline, when they're kids, they sorry, I'm just getting all this on your face. There you go. Yeah, the crystalline, when they're kids, they get individual powers from, well, torture. So, but the book takes place years after the main character, who is a crystalline. She's no longer being tortured. She's in a village among humans, but she has to hide her crystalline abilities, which for her, that's a magical healing ability. She can heal others really well using magic. And she has to hide that, though, because humans do not like crystalline in general. And elves keep wanting to use crystalline for their powers. So she has to hide from both. And she doesn't really have any fellow crystalline to talk to or be around because she ran away from one of the centers or one of the places where she grew up, being tortured. So, it's not as dark as it sounds, okay? But yeah, I blended that all in, right? Okay, good. Now, I'm gonna go and just pat. Well, not really pat. I'm gonna kind of use this cloth to wipe your face. All right. So. Wipe. Let me just get around your face. It's okay if you want to close your eyes. Don't worry about it. I won't get in your eyes. So, where was I? Yeah, magical powers. And the main character, her name is Dahlia. And, I'm actually not sure if the main character goes by she, her. Now that I think about it, it might be she, they. Because I know the author. The author goes by she, they. And I saw in a social media post about their book that there are non-binary characters in this book. And I only noticed one non-binary character, so it may be that the main character is also non-binary and I didn't catch it. So, I might alternate between she and they for the main character, Dahlia. We'll see. But yeah, Dahlia, she's a crystalline and has healing capabilities, and she's waiting to be reunited with her sister because her sister basically said, hey, go to as far north, village as far north as you can, and I will find you. But it's been several years. Dahlia is now, about 17 years old, I think, and her sister has not come to find her yet. What does happen, though, is that there's this guy who washes up on her town's shore, and he's nearly dead. He's got burns. He's not in good shape. And Dahlia essentially goes, oh shoot, well, I could risk exposure by healing this person or just let them die. What do you do? So, Dahlia, because she's kind, she chooses to heal this stranger. And turns out this stranger was part of this human resistance against the elves, and he sees hope in Dahlia. Essentially, it's like, oh my gosh, you're a crystalline, you could help us. You might be exactly who we need to just to tip the scales in our favor, because the elves are kind of a tyrannical force against the humans, and the humans are living in fear of the elves all the time. So, and Dahlia, just having been in that village for so long, she just always was kind of worried about her own self-preservation, but she learns to kind of step up and to step forward and to be, to be part of a larger struggle, so a larger conflict and everything. And just the more that she learns about the world and the conflict between the humans and the elves and also the crystalline, just the more she realizes there's just more and more reveals throughout the book, and it's always great to see, like, in the next chapter what the next reveal might be, about the characters or about the conflict, and also just Dahlia's character growth, because she grows throughout the whole book, and like it's really awesome to see how they just keep growing. And even at some points in the book I'm like going, really, Dahlia, come on, you can do better than that. And then she does, like, in a few chapters, realize, oh, I made an assumption, or oh, I just need more time to learn and that kind of thing. Like, it's really great, her character growth. And yeah, looks like your face has been cleansed. So, yeah, alright. Let me see about the next thing for you, huh? Let's see. So right here, I have a Hydro Boost. I'm kidding, it's cleanser. I mean, it says Hydro Boost, but it is a cleanser. I think it says cleanser as well. But yeah, this stuff, it has like tiny little micro bead kind of things. Feels really nice on the skin, so I'm gonna do that. Give you some of it. If I can ever get the cap open. Hold on. I struggle with this cap a lot. There we go. I got it. Yay. Alright. And so speaking of yay, Dahlia goes and steps up and is part of the resistance and all that, and meets a lot of different types of people, as well as elves, humans and elves. So, yeah, and I really loved all the characters having multiple layers to them, because, and I should say, specifically, a lot of the characters have negative traits that actually have consequences on the story. Because sometimes when you read a book, you might read characters, or read about characters who, oh sorry, that smells really good. Can you smell it? So, a lot of the characters that you might read, sometimes they have like flaws, but those flaws are just like completely forgiven super quickly. In this story, that's not necessarily the case. There's, morally gray everywhere, and you just, as you're seeing it through Dahlia's perspective, or you're going on a journey with Dahlia, I think it's in third person. But as you're experiencing this, and going on the journey kind of with Dahlia, the whole time, hold on, let me get in your nose. Yeah. The whole time, you're kind of not sure who you can trust and who's completely, like, in the right or in the wrong. And part of what I love about the struggle in this book is that there's not really right and wrong clearly defined, and Dahlia discovers that throughout the course of the book. And she has to kind of figure out where she personally stands, where her boundaries are, and where her lines are that she will and won't cross when it comes to getting what she wants and doing what she thinks is right for the world and for herself and for the people she cares about. So I love the way they did that. Yeah. You have little swirlies on your face now. Yeah. Very cute. Yeah. It's a good thing to take care of your skin, So, yeah, now I'm gonna go in with the cloth again. Just kind of clean it off now. Yeah. Don't you feel your face being just a little more hydrated now? Yeah. It feels really nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, who's my favorite character? Ooh, that's a hard one. Well, it's really a debate for me between, there's two. I mean, the main character, Dahlia, I love her. Also, I love that, I just noticed, I think it's the representation is part of it, too. Because my two favorite characters are, like, Dahlia is the main character, and she's a plus-size Huron. So, like, what's particularly great about it is that, like, in her training scenes, like, she learns how to sword fight for a few, I think it's either weeks or months, either way, her trainer, whose name is Beth, I also love that character, but honestly, I'd say Beth is my third favorite character. But yeah, Beth, who trains Dahlia, basically says, hey, no, don't worry about your weight. Like, it takes a while for anybody to learn how to sword fight, alright? It has nothing to do with, like, you loving food. Oh yeah, sorry, it's just my cat is moving. Yeah, he's adorable. He likes to sit on packaging, so it will crinkle a little bit. Yeah, don't worry. That's all that is. So, what was I saying? Favorite characters you asked about. So Dahlia, yeah. And about, like, the plus size representation is it's not, nobody says that it's a bad thing. Like, nobody says that she has to lose weight in order to sword fight or to be a proper warrior or fighter or to be even, like, just a person, you know? Like, she can just be, and it's great. I personally love that. And yeah. And just, I love Dahlia, I think, so much for, oh, Loki, my cat is about to leave, so there will be noise. There we go, okay. I don't know if you heard him, he left through the kitty door. But yeah, you don't need to turn around, you're good. You're safe here. Yeah, Dahlia. I just loved how much she grew in her character, and she didn't feel like a chosen one character where it was unearned, you know? It felt like she was actually trying to do what was right, and stepping up in a larger conflict that she initially didn't really have anything to do with, but she chose to be a part of. Yeah. Let me get your nose. There we go. Your chin. Don't worry, I'm not forgetting about your neck. I'm being gentle, though, and if you don't want me to touch your neck or anything, if it's sensitive area or whatever, let me know, and I'll just kind of get your jaw, okay? I want you to feel safe here. So, yeah. And then, so I love Dahlia. I also love Fionn. I believe that's how you say their name. And yes, they are a they, them. Sorry, I'm excited because I hardly ever read or really even see representation of they, them in fiction, you know? Really, I think I know more people who go by they, them in person than I know fictional characters that I can name who go by they, them. Which is, I don't know, just a little odd to me because I figure fiction has a lot. There should be a lot more characters I know of fiction than people I know, so anyway, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do the next step, okay? Since your face is all nice and clean. And I'm gonna bring in a little friend. Yeah. This is just to kind of help spread this, because this is more watery. I'm not gonna be able to keep it on my fingers as easily. And this is the toner. What it does is it combats your acne. Are you okay with that? It might have a little bit of like tingling or stinging for like a couple seconds before it fades away. Are you okay with that? Alright, cool. So yeah. So Fionn is an elf, and so Fionn is an elf who joined the human resistance because, oh well, the because is a little bit of a spoiler, so I won't tell you that. Fionn joined the human resistance against the elves, so, like, they're the only elf in the resistance camp. Yeah, isn't the ducky adorable? So, just kind of putting it in spots where I see there's kind of acne areas. I tend to have acne kind of around here and sometimes on my forehead. Let me know if you want me to touch on any other area. I'll just kind of get the areas where I see kind of redness. Alright. And yeah, I love Fionn. Fionn loves books. Fionn and Beth are together, so awesome queer relationship there. And yeah, I just love how supportive Fionn is, while also dealing with their own struggles. And yeah. Oh, you want me to? Okay. Go. Chin 2. Okay. But yeah, Fionn. I don't know, I just love Fionn. You know how sometimes you can't really describe why you love a character or a book even. You just do. So that's kind of how I feel about Fionn. Like I can say like Fionn is a book lover, and I think somewhat of a kind of scientist in the sense of like they studied magic and stuff. But yeah, I just love Fionn. Okay, I just do. I guess you have to read Of Wolves and Stags to be able to like maybe understand why. Yeah. So, okay, how does that feel? Is it okay? It's not stinging too much or anything, because I can dab it off. No, okay, you're doing alright. Okay, good. Yeah, it does kind of smell nice. It's interesting, isn't it? Here, do you want to smell the ducky? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I love the ducky too. Alright. Finally, in terms of your face stuff, I think I'm gonna give you a little bit of moisturizer because the toner can dry out your skin a bit, so I'm gonna put it kind of where I put the toner as well. Are you alright with that? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give it like a minute to dry, just because we want to make sure it's dried well enough so we can put this stuff on as well, the moisturizer. So yeah. Is there romance in the book? Yes, there is, and it's complicated. Well, I think you need to read it to understand why I say it's complicated. I like it. I like it quite a bit. It's not like the main plot of the story, because the main plot revolves around Dahlia finding their role in like the larger scheme of things, and of course the conflict between the elves and the humans, and also the crystalline, where they fit in and all that, while also trying to save the planet. I forgot about that part, because there's the withering, I think is what it's called, which is like crops are drying out. It's a magical sort of thing that drains away life, and that's kind of a plague thing that's happening. So yeah, I think part of their goal is the characters in general. I think part of everyone's goal maybe is to like survive. So there's that. So I wouldn't say the romance is like the number one thing in the story. It's also it's definitely a subplot though. Is it cute? I would say so, but also you need to read it. Yeah, it's. How do I describe? like it covers a decent amount for being a first book, and I think it is a first book in a series. At least I'm hoping it is based on that ending. So, I mean, it's not like a huge cliffhanger kind of ending. It's a satisfying ending. If you read it, you're like, oh, cool. This feels like a whole journey. But I also see that there's like plenty of room for exploration in the setting, the magic system stuff, the characters, definitely the characters. So I look forward to that. Hopefully there will be more books, because yeah, it's definitely I quite enjoyed it, and I think from what I could tell, it's had a successful release so far. So and also, not to mention, it's published by a small press, so if you want to support like indie authors, it's not exactly an indie published book, but a small press is kind of a similar deal in terms of the amount of exposure that books get, that kind of thing. So I would highly recommend supporting it. Yeah. Are you ready for the moisturizer now? Yeah, cool. Okay. Let me go and do that. Just a little bit. Because, yeah, just a little bit tends to do a lot, so don't even worry about that. Here we go. Just gonna tap it where I kind of got the toner at. There we go. And yeah, this should help keep the areas where the toner went from drying up. It'll just make your face feel better. Now, does your face tend to get dry easily or oily easily? Like, for me, especially because I wear glasses, the oiliness of like my nose is more apparent. So I generally just don't add any more moisturizer than I need to. But if you want any more, I can definitely give you some more. You want a little more? Okay, yeah, totally. Where do you want it? Yeah, I can do that. Sure thing, yeah. Okay, just a little more there. Don't worry. You can close your eyes if you want. Yeah. Okay. A little bit on your nose, maybe. Just a little bit. I know noses are so oily for no good reason. Am I right? There you go, to the sides a little bit. Okay. How's that feel? That feel good? Alright. Okay. Yeah. So I mentioned there was sword fighting a little bit, right? And, oh, there's a training arc too. I mean, like a little bit of a training arc. What I love about that is that after the training arc, Dahlia undergoes some sword fighting training, and she ups her endurance a little bit. But like she faces off against an enemy, or she runs into an enemy, and she doesn't immediately just have the capability to beat this enemy out of nowhere, this enemy who has trained for several years. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but like there are some cases of, from what I hear, there are cases of like fiction, especially heroines, but like heroines, characters who like have training, a few weeks of training, and then suddenly they're able to take down somebody who has had years of training. That doesn't happen here. It's realistic, and I love it so much for that. It's even more realistic than it even seems the first time around, because when you well, I haven't read it the second time, but I remember moments where I went, oh, that's why this happened this way. So I think rereading this book would be quite fun, because just because there are moments like that where you realize, after you know some of the later on reveals, you know why certain characters were acting the way they were, and when you know that, you go, oh, that's yeah. makes sense. Even more sense than the first time round's justification for why they were acting that way. I don't know how to better put that without explaining it further, so I won't explain more of that. But yeah. So, yeah. Out of curiosity, did you want to do a face mask? Because I happen to have a face mask here. Yeah. What? No, they don't look silly on. It's not silly to take care of your skin. Come on now. Yeah, I definitely have a face mask here if you want it. Trust me, I won't make fun of you. I won't judge you at all whatsoever. You're a wonderful human being. Come on now. This is a safe space. So, specifically, I have this face mask. It's a detox face mask. And I use these fairly, not often, because I save them a little bit. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, you can definitely use one. But I save them because I think back in college, freshman year, my dorms, what are they called at normal schools? Sorry, I say normal school. Reed College is a bit of a goofy school. I love it so much, but what is it? The student who watches over the dorm essentially and like organizes fun things for the dorm and sometimes drops by and gives you gifts. I think they do that at other schools. I think it has a different name than what we have at our school, and I don't remember either name right now. But anyway, she had like a little, I think a Halloween gift basket thing with like little goodies of like treats. Oh my gosh, goodies is a funny word to me. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, it had like Halloween treats and stuff, and it also had like little self-care things like this specifically, not this one, but this exact, like, I keep saying not this mask, you know what I mean, this mask, not this specific one, but the exact same type, you know. And when I tried that one, I was like, oh wow, the face masks are pretty great. This feels really nice, really refreshing and everything. So yeah, now I just have a bunch of these because it just happened to be the first mask I tried. And I honestly haven't delved deep into the realm of different types of face masks, but I think that's okay. I still have plenty of room to explore, and there are always new things to learn, so maybe you'll try this today and maybe you'll like it. So yeah, so let's see. Yeah, it's got charcoal and stuff, so lots of good stuff in it. I like charcoal in things. I've had charcoal toothpaste, and I know that maybe sounds weird if you haven't had charcoal toothpaste, if you haven't tried it. It's just dark colored toothpaste. That's really the only difference in terms of its flavor. It doesn't taste like dust. But yeah. So it's a dark mask, just so you're prepared, you know. Because of the charcoal. There we go. There we are. Yeah, it's all folded up here. Look at how soaked that is. You can tell it's gonna get a lot of good soaking on your skin. So what you do is unfold it. Let me see if I can find the part where you start unfolding from. It's a little dark in here, isn't it? I can't see where the end of this dark mask is. I know it has multiple ends. Hold on. Oh, I found one. There we go. And then a little more. Where's the rest of it? Hold on. I've done this many times before. I don't know why every single time it feels like I can't do this. And hold on, I'm almost done. There we go. It's all floppy. Look at that. Okay. Let me go and just set this on you, okay? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're just gonna leave that on there for a little bit, okay? Yeah, doesn't it feel nice and cool? Yeah. It smells interesting too, doesn't it? Yeah. Like, not bad, it just like, you can't really identify what it is, can you? No, yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah, I was talking about, I think the setting a little bit, or the description specifically, because there were some particularly memorable, I can speak, trust me, memorable moments. I'm having trouble with that word right now. Memorable moments. There we go. There were some particularly memorable moments with the description of just like some of the magicalness of the world. Like, there was at one point a description of like a tree, the tree roots like lifting the entire tree up to reveal like this cavernous sort of area, and I was like, ooh, I love that. I mean, the way I described it just now, it doesn't sound fancy, but like, it was nice. I was visualizing that and enjoying the visualization of it from the wording. Yeah, so that was really fun. And the setting, I feel like, was described like a good amount, you know? It had that magicalness to it without like dragging back the plot or what was happening or anything like that. And so yeah, I appreciated how the fantasiness of the world, like, it came through really with the description, I guess, yeah, in the style of writing. I just really enjoyed that, so yeah, that was really nice. Did you want me to comb your hair a little bit too while you're waiting for the face mask? Sure, yeah, sure. Hold on. Where's my comb at? Oh, it's over here. Let's see, alright. Here's the comb. It's nice the sound of the comb. Yeah, especially, I tend to keep my fingernails a pointed shape. They're not very pointy right now, but makes it easier to open sealed plastic things, you know. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Do you want nail polish next time? Because, yeah, I don't actually have nail polish on me right now, but I can definitely bring it next time if you want to have another sort of evening session like this where you're just taking care of yourself a little bit, your skin, and pampering yourself. Because, yeah, I like doing nails, and I don't have mine done right now, so it could be an opportunity for, like, something, I don't know, something next week whenever you're available, you know? So, I don't know, let me know. I'm actually quite enjoying this a little bit. Alright, yeah. I'll comb your hair. Hold on. See, okay, so just go for it. Okay, yeah. Let me know if I snag anything, okay? I'll try to be gentle though. you've largely got really, like, smooth hair. It's not getting caught much, huh? How's the face mask feeling? Good, yeah. That's good, that's good. You know, sorry, just thinking about hair. I remember Dahlia's hair is described as like curly and I think red or orange. And I remember I've seen like fan art of her, or I don't know if it's fan art or official art. Oh, Loki's returning, the kitty. Yeah. But yeah, I've seen like official art of her, I think. But, and so I've been tempted to do like fan art, because I don't know, just reading this book, it was the first book in a while that I've been tempted to like draw characters from it. Especially there's a scene where like Dahlia is just like dancing and spinning in the rain and just enjoying herself, and I like that has a vivid image in my mind that I really want to like draw out, especially like she's on the beach. Like, I don't know, I feel like that could just be a really fun thing to draw, you know? And I kind of want to draw Fionn as well, but there's no official character art, I don't think, of them, and so I'm worried about drawing them wrong, you know? I know that fan art is like, it's fan art, you know? It's your own interpretation kind of in a way, but I also like, I'm so scared of like drawing something wrong, and yeah, so I'm like, I don't know, especially because Fionn is described, I think, as having like kind of a puff of brown hair on their head and like braids at every layer where the length changes. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so cool. I have no idea how to draw that. Actually, that's not true. I have like 3 different interpretations of that in my head, of me going, okay, how would I draw that? So, yeah. So I'm really tempted. And I think that's maybe a compliment I can give right there, is like, it's the first book in a while that I felt like drawing fan art of, you know? And yeah, I think for Fionn I'd also maybe want to draw fan art of Fionn and Beth together. And like, I remember kind of the basics of like how they're described. Or yeah, the basics of how they're described, I kind of remember. Because yeah, Beth, I think, is a black woman, or I mean, teenager, I think, maybe. Actually, I don't remember if they're like that much older. I don't know. Anyway, Beth is a black woman, possibly teenager, with, I think, long umber braids. I think umber was the word. And like toned muscles, I think. And Fionn, like I said about their hair, the brown hair, kind of a puff on their head with braids at every part where the length changes. What else? Fionn was like tall with pointy ears, and I think described as curvy, possibly. I'm trying to remember if Fionn was described as like also plus sized. I don't know. Like I said, I'm concerned about getting it wrong, you know? Part of me wants to reach out and just be like, hey, How exactly does Fion look? Because I want to do this fan art. Just reach out to the author and be like, hey, I'll do this fan art for free. I don't want to get it wrong. I'm too concerned about getting it wrong. So can you please provide me details? Because I want to draw Fion. I want to draw Dahlia too, but I think I have more reference from the official character art. But anyway. Alright, I think, yeah, your hair looks pretty smooth right now. Pretty combed out. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Did you have any other questions on the book? Because, I will definitely talk a lot about it. Yeah, as you can tell, I talk a lot about books I like, so I will keep, hyping up books that I like all the dang time, So, yeah, yeah, I don't know. There's so much too that I'm trying not to spoil, because like I said, I think you have to read it in order to experience all of the reveals and all the various things with the plot. I'll just say that, yeah. So it's really great. Yeah. Oh, would I say it's one of my favorite books? I think so, actually, yeah. Because, I mean, you know me, I won't talk positively about a book I don't like. So, I mean, I definitely like it. And I definitely enjoyed it quite a bit. I enjoyed, especially the they-them representation, quite a bit. I think, yeah, I would say, I'm trying to think of where exactly on the list. Because especially, I don't tend to read a lot of fantasy, believe it or not. I tend to mostly stay within sci-fi, thriller, horror, that kind of area. And of course, there's a lot of intersections of those with fantasy in a lot of books. But I think this is really the most fantasy that I have read in a while, and I really enjoyed it. And I think not just because of the fantasy aspects, I think really because of the convoluted, people have layers kind of a feel that this book really, really drove home for me. So yeah, I would say it is one of my favorites. And right now, I think off the top of my head, it's my favorite fantasy book. Yeah, I think I would say that. So, yeah. Thank you for asking so many questions, by the way, about the book, because it makes it easier on me to think of answers, So, yeah, I guess. I don't know why I keep waving this comb around. Oh, yeah, I think it's about time to take off the face mask if you want to do that. Yeah, hold on. Let me put the comb down. Let me just get that off for you. There we go. Yeah, peeling it off a little bit there. Okay. Hold on, let me rub it in for you, because part of the magic at the end is once you take it off, you go ahead and just rub in the juice, for lack of a better word. I don't know what this stuff is called, but that lingering liquidy feeling. Yeah, you rub it into your skin so it can absorb it better. So yeah, your nose as well. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Ah, it looks so shiny. Don't worry, you won't look super shiny for a while. It's just a little shiny, and it'll fade as your skin absorbs it. So it'll be good. Don't worry. And hopefully it'll feel really good too. Oh, it already feels good. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I was really hoping it would. I just making sure you're doing alright and trying to keep you optimistic in case it wasn't feeling good yet, but I'm glad it is feeling good already, so yeah. Okay, and so, yeah, did you Did you want me to do anything else, or how you feeling? Okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I can do this whenever you want me to, alright? Yeah. And if you want me to do like nail polish or something different, you want me to comb your hair longer or whatever, just let me know, alright? Because, yeah, I got you. I got you. So, yeah, is that all right now? Because, oh yeah, you want to go to bed, right? Yeah. I probably should go to bed too. Yeah. It's pretty late, isn't it? Yeah. No, don't worry, don't worry. You're not keeping me up. You're not keeping me up at all. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Alright? So, yeah, and thank you so much for listening to me rant about how much I love this book, because, yeah, I finished it in a few days, I think, and I wanted to take my time a little bit more with this one, because I was kind of feeling sick whenever, during, when was it? Late March, so, during the time I was reading it, so I was kind of taking it slow, but it was always just such a nice, end of the day to be able to just read for a while, and, it was always exciting to not really know what was coming next in the next chapter, because like there was an overarching plot where I was going, okay, I think I sort of know where this is going, but at the same time I have no idea how this book is going to end. It's just that feel, and I love it. So, and then there I go again, I'm talking some more. I'll try to stop talking as much. Anyway, yeah, you're a wonderful listener. Did you know that? Did anybody tell you that? Because, okay, I'm telling you right now, you're a wonderful listener. So, yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me. And, yeah, I'll let you go to bed, okay? So, yeah, have a wonderful night and sleep really well. I think hopefully your face will feel really nice and polished. And also your hair all nice and smooth. So,